and simple cooking are things that we have in our pantry possibly. Something I've had in my pantry for a little while is farro. And so farro is a grain, but it's kind of like a wheat berry in the sense that once you cook it, it kind of puffs up a little bit and it's really chewy and almost has a bite to it, which I really like, opposed to like rice. So a lot of times folks don't eat it. It has a really nice, it has a really good nutritional value to it. It's really high in fiber, and it also has it has a lot of amino acids as well. So I like to use it as a complement to salads. I'll toss it in with the salad with like arugula, berry vinaigrette, some strawberries, and some like pecorino romano, something simple like that. For this application, we're just gonna cook it so we have it ready to go. So if I wanna make a salad, I can make a salad. If I wanna add it, like heat it up with a little bit of salt, pepper, onions, garlic, chilies, I can do that. I can use it as a side dish with like grilled chicken thighs, grilled chicken breasts, pork loin, steak, anything that we wanna add some depth to without having to really overthink it. So we're gonna do 2 cups of farro, and typically you just do this with water, but I'm fortunate enough that I have stock that we made after butchering our chickens. So 2 cups of farro, and then we're gonna do 6 cups of chicken stock. And the reason why I like to use chicken stock, again, it adds a ton of flavor to the farro without having to do a whole lot else to it. Oh, perfect. 6 perfect cups of stock. So now that we have that in, we're gonna kick this guy up to high, let it come to a boil, reduce it to a simmer, cover it, and be ready to serve. So I totally forgot to mention some of the tools that I use during this. The biggest thing is a microplane. I love kitchen gadgets. I have way too many of them. I probably only use about 20% of the ones that I have. This is one that I use on a regular basis. So it's great for like nutmeg if you're baking. It's great for mincing garlic, pulling the zest off of citrus. You use them all over the place for a lot of different things. I use this on a regular basis. Get yourself one. It's called a microplane. I think you can probably see that right there. Some of them have a nice black handle. I like the one that doesn't have a handle or a little bit longer. You can use them across the top of a pot. Great kitchen tool to have. Get yourself one. So once we kind of get to this nice hard boil, you can see as it's starting to come up here, the steam's kind of getting in the camera, but you can tell where it's really starting to like boil hard and heavy. We're gonna want to turn it down. I'm gonna go just about to 2 there and let that simmer for a while. You can give it a stir if you want, just kind of like mixing. You can see a lot of that water is already being absorbed by the farro itself. Now we'll put a cover on it and let it go the rest of the way. Alrighty, so after about 25 minutes, this is where our farro should be. So you can see it's still kind of whole kernels, some of them are kind of like popping open, but this will be a little bit bitey. It'll be a little bit to the tooth. I don't like mushy grains. I like poppy grains. And so when you add these to a salad, they add a little bit of texture to it, so you get a little bit more depth in what you're doing.